Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are live. What is up? It's
What's
Saturday night. We got a guest, Ricky from the Realm Hatton Project. What's up, bro?
What's going on, dude? Glad y'all got desperate for bodies, man. I was bored tonight.
Yeah, man. Fucking scraping barrels.
Scraping the bottom of this motherfucker. You got me on here.
Bodies.
Oh, man.
Ricky's one of our favorite people in the world. Don't let him fool you. We love that motherfucker.
Don't listen. Russ only says
blow
that
his head up
all the
more.
Stupid shit that I say.
But that's because I say stupid shit and you like take attention away from me. So it's awesome. You know what I'm saying?
I'm your beard. Got it.
That's it, dude. You're like, it's like talking about deflector and shit. You know, they were like, "Oh, yeah, Russ
Ricky is Russ's fullback."
That's it. Hey, can we rephrase that? How about Russ is my halfback? Let's do this right, man.
Ooh, I gotta be that.
But that means you're opening holes for him, sir.
Hey, what
is up,
Burgess? His business. What's going on, y'all?
What is up,
together,
bro?
You know,
teamwork makes the dream work.
What's it, Ray? What's up?
That's fucking teamwork.
What's your favorite position?
That's cool with me. I love
my favorite,
fucking,
but I do it for you. Dude, I'll do some Tenacious D with you now. You know how us Florida folks do, Nick. You know how we get down, bro.
Yo, I fucking sing that to my wife at least once a month.
So
embarrasses the shit out of her and the kid.
So I'm gonna let y'all in on the story. This might be a scoop for you because I don't know if I've ever told it in like an actual recording. I know I've talked about it in private on like private chats and stuff. But one time I took my iPod and I took the Karate Kid song and I put it on there and I slid it underneath my pillow. And me and my wife got finished meditating. And so I just reached underneath the pillow and I hit play. And then I popped up. I was like, and it was like, you're the best around. No one's ever gonna bring you down. She's like, you are a fucking idiot.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Women don't understand. We need to do that shit for ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't over there pumping my head up. I got to do it to myself.
Fucking hey, man.
What's up, Wolfenstein? Yo, Burgess asks, are you guys going to BotCon?
Oh man, that's crazy.
You know what, Burgess, I was going to, but we've got shit that come up. Anna's working like crazy, and I was gonna go with Jason again. I was gonna probably like bunk with Jason, but I've got shit coming up that weekend too that I gotta handle. So I was like, never mind. Look like it's gonna happen, but it's getting hard nowadays, man. Work is killing us both. Literally
hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to buy all that lobster and shrimp, man. We know.
Oh, who's this?
Yo, right.
Oh, what's up, man?
Nick, I just wanted to tell you, you chose to do a show tonight with the two biggest fucking assholes you possibly could have done.
And then you got Russ here too. No beats
Ricky and Russ.
Yeah, Wolfenstein. I feel you. Like, I would like to go in all honesty, but my poor ass can't afford it. I can do one trip a year, maybe, and I'm doing Chan and JD's wedding. And,
what did Wolf say?
Yeah,
he was asking.
He feels like no one is going to BotCon. It just feels like
that's not true. People are going.
There's people going. Yeah, I just think a lot of this. Some of us can't make it because we've got shit going on, or like you said, and you said, Nick, it's a financial thing right now too. I mean, for some people, I mean, it is what it is.
Dave was harassing me.
My wife is. Was Dave? Has
he talked you into it yet?
He was all fucking afternoon. Meanwhile, as far as I know, he hasn't booked anything either. But he's all afternoon. This is a flight. Blah 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 blah. Do this, do that. Dave, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Put some mileage on that credit card.
He wants
put some mileage on that credit card.
The only way you get your credit score up is to spend it and pay it back.
Dude, Dom's gonna be there. You know, a lot of the main guys, a lot of the people that we all hang out with consistently are all gonna be there. So
yeah.
I
feel bad missing it.
Oh, the closer he gets, the worse and worse I'm feeling about it.
That FOMO is going to start.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
like I even looked at a flight this afternoon. Like I could leave Friday. If I just did Friday, just the one day, just to be there for the rock party. Because my vacation starts when I'm done on Friday from work, but then I'm off until for a week and a half. I also can't add 2 extra days now to my vacation. It's too late to come up like Thursday like I normally would. So I was like, maybe I could finagle getting out of work early Friday, catching a flight, get to Nashville about 7 o'clock, make the rock party, get drunk all night, take a flight back Saturday morning. I don't need a hotel room, just be there for the one day.
Not bad, I like that.
Man.
Yeah, or even if you had to, you could just crash on a couch with somebody.
My wife was like, "Look, you get fucking sick from COVID, we're going without you."
Nice.
And that's the big that was the one thing that's the reason why I'm not going, because I have the vacation literally 3 days. When if I would have came back on Sunday like I normally do,
I'll leave
on Wednesday.
All right.
Yeah, but then you get that.
And also
that no insurance coverage or whatever for it.
Yeah, exactly. My cruise does not offer insurance, the coverage for New York City residents anymore.
That's super
because of COVID.
Not just COVID, but look, not just COVID or anything, but like how con crud is. I mean,
I deal with the con crud.
I wouldn't want to risk it.
No, but
I deal with con crud.
Is if he pulls COVID, the cruise
don't let you on
back. Like where you're not getting on, and we're not getting your money back.
They test you right.
No, I have to give a test. I have to give a PCR test. I have to go to the doctor on Monday. It's 48 hours before I board the cruise. So
you're telling me now, if you get COVID, but you already paid for the cruise, but you get COVID, they're like, well, you're out the money. You're fucked.
Yep. No trip protection for New York City on Carnival cruises. And that's something Carnival started doing. When I was talking to them on the phone, they started doing that during COVID. Because I guess too many people were canceling and just not. So I can't roll that. I was bad. I mean, as bad as I want to, I've gone all this time without getting COVID.
Skullfest. It'd be that one.
Exactly. Skullfest, Baltimore. When I was in Baltimore, the other conventions, hang out. I haven't gotten it yet. Know my luck.
In all honesty, you know how much bitching we would all have to listen to if he fucking crashed.
I can believe it.
Like
you want to be hearing from me for a while, because I'll be homeless looking for a new place to live when she kicks me out. Like you fucked up our vacation.
I don't know. I had so many close calls with it. It was ridiculous. Where I was exposed to someone, and I managed to not get it.
It just did another big run through my job. Like it hit like double digits in the patients and stuff, and got 2 people in the kitchen and 3 people in the kitchen, and I still didn't get it.
It's where you're like, fuck. You're just trying to don't breathe on me. Get away from me.
Both my kids had it, and they made me stay home because I was a primary contact. So I had to stay home for 10 days. And both my kids, when they're miserable, they're like that. They're already kind of loving, but then when they're miserable, they just want to lay on me. They laid on me for 10 fucking days, and I still didn't catch it. Like it's
awesome too.
It just
well, they say it's weird. They said that sometimes people can luck out and just not. And if you've been vaccinated too, low exposure to it sometimes can minimize whether you're really going to have it or not. So it's just
the vaccination. All it does is just limit as how bad you get it when you get it.
Well, it does what I mean. But they were talking viral load, like how much exposure.
I'm fully vaccinated. Because of my job, I have both vaccines and the booster. And I would still get this because it's a whole different. Like I'm boosted up to Unicron. This is a new one past Unicron, so I'm not even inoculated against it.
Yeah, there's supposed to be another booster that I guess I can get.
What up, man?
Yo.
Oh, Sam's here.
Oh, man. Okay, so
I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Yeah, I don't need me. I'm out.
Hey, see you guys. See everybody.
Damn.
He said, "Fuck you, I'm leaving. Goodbye."
He said, "I'm really
man.
Shit,
damn,
dude.
Sam. What the hell did you do to him?"
What's up?
I know Sam chased him away. He was like the beard.
Big baby. That's
Big baby.
I know, man. I was like, damn it.
What is up?
Fucking,
I just came running down the steps, jumping in here, man.
I'm glad, man, because
Awesome,
Jesus Christ, I was about to have to leave them here for about an hour. That fucking Five Guys got its revenge on my stomach, bro.
dude,
you're supposed to take one at a time. Anything more than one at a time,
dude.
You're wasting their time.
It's funny, Ricky, that you say that. I used to work with this dude when I worked at when I taught at my old school. He was a black dude. Super like no, but like so like basically it's funny you say that, and I'm not equating the two things, but like this was back in 2014, you know what I mean? But like based on
think about wait. I could already tell this might go somewhere. Think about what you say before you say it, okay?
I'm super careful. I'm being super careful. So like,
just think about what you say and how you phrase whatever you're about to say.
If I were to apply, 20, what year is it? 2022?
Yeah,
2022 politics to a guy in 2014. This dude was a Trumper, like fucking, proud, like conservative dude, like gun rights guy. And everything else, and he used to say, like, he used to go, like, because we would have meetings in this one area of this part of St. Louis that had Five Guys there, and he was like super homophobic, dude, and I always fucked with him about it. And I knew he would go there. I knew he liked Five Guys, and then we get back from lunch, right, from the meetings, and I'd say, hey, let's make up a fake name. Hey, Nick, how's lunch? And I'd say, what'd you have? And he'd go, I had Five Guys. And I'd say, oh, how were they? And he'd get so fucking mad. He'd get like so mad, and like he like wouldn't talk to me for the rest of the day. Like,
that's awesome.
Yo, speaking of mad, can we talk about fucking She-Hulk?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Man, I didn't finish watching episode 1. I fell asleep. Shit. I mean, what happened? Like the last part I saw was
nothing.
When
what happened? Nothing.
They I guess he bled on her. The fuck is that?
See that?
No. Pause.
Didn't bother me.
He bled in her.
He bled in her. It just sounds dirty. It sounds like they have blood sex.
We gotta keep it 100, man. So I never thought I would say this out loud, but this sentence I'm about to say, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm
Eric, you might want to turn out now, baby.
It goes against everything I believe in, but I'm glad that EE is on the show tonight. Because, and we had meant to get to this on the on our show proper. Never got to it because we don't have a plan, and it generally works out pretty well. But that criticism about the CGI of She-Hulk, right? Where I think, and I'm paraphrasing, I had the screenshot saved because I liked to reference it because it was so fucking ridiculous. But it said as much as like someone criticized CGI looks bad, right? And the director's criticism was something along the lines of like, people just want to take ownership of women's bodies, think they should look a certain kind of way, this, that, and the third. Anyone with half a brain cell reads that and says, yeah, this is ridiculous. It's deflective of the actual criticism. And, I watched it today with the whole family. So like me and the boys and Jackie, and halfway through the episode, she goes, this is weird. She's not into any of this shit. You know what I mean? Like she like doesn't want anything to do with it. And then she mentioned like a few minutes later, she's like, and she looks weird. And I said, what do you mean? She's like, she looks fake. Yeah. And I said to Jackie, Jackie, why are you claiming ownership over women's bodies right now? No, I didn't say that. Nice, but nice. Yeah. So, and it's like, she's kind of, for me, like my window to
she's your litmus test for the normies.
To like what does everybody else think about this shit? Because like I talk to you guys and I don't listen to anything you guys say generally. I do the opposite. No, I'm just joking, but it's like you talk to us, we're all kind of in it.
Smart man.
Like, she's kind of like my doorway to like what does the general population think about whatever. So she was like, it's weird and she looks weird. So.
It's weird and she looks weird.
Yeah. Well, she's a green woman. I mean, but
I don't.
She's
Yeah, I don't know.
She's hotter as the Green Woman than she is not. Just,
God, yeah, she ever. Yeah. I like the.
I think it's just like
giant.
and Nick, we talked about this before. It's like she's just like moves like almost like she's like a string puppet or something.
Yeah, like
something about the way she moves.
And it's not just her. It's not just her. Fucking Ruffalo's Hulk looks shit too in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I've always had this criticism. I've had this criticism. Like we can talk about DC's problem because everything looks like fucking cave troll, fucking between Dark Side to fucking Doomsday. But with Marvel's problem is their impact on environments. You know what I'm saying? Like when fucking Hulk gets thrown into them boulders, you know, those boulders look fake as fuck, first of all. And then, like, they should fucking explode. It's the Hulk. He's being thrown, but, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I gotta watch it to judge it because I was kind of asleep. I was kind of half asleep when I started watching it like a dumbass. And I fell asleep and I don't know. She did look funny looking to me. Like, that's all I can say. She looked weird.
Eric's on point here. Like, why?
Why the fuck is she? Yeah, give me a little kinky hair.
Her hair is too strong to be curled, motherfucker. She's a Hulk, Nick. Don't be looking.
Man, give me a kinky haired Hulk.
The CGI is fucking trash. I don't give a shit about how big her ass is, how big her tits are.
Dude,
nothing to do with the body shape. The CGI is fucking trash. When
that was the thing.
I feel like I'm watching one of those old English dub Godzilla movies where it just doesn't seem to,
or like
to,
even when
to
she's
sync
like,
right.
And then, like when she's in action, it's like even worse. Like there's like that scene where she like jumps down, like downward, and she's like, ah! Like her like hands look big as fuck, dude. And it's like those things that like proportions like that do matter in like the Hulk. Like his hands are bigger than like your average dude's hands, but so like with his
they're proportionate to his body.
Yeah, and it's like she just has like these long like spindly limbs and. And it's like that came up in our chat a while ago, and we talked about this. Like, made some people so mad that they left the chat. But like, there was like like for real. So it's like the only thing I'm saying is like that like this criticism over CGI, and it's like for me, and I know like EE, like we've talked about this, like we're on the same page, you know, for once in our lives, like the CGI is bad. And it's like people hear that and they're like, no, you don't like the way her build is. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying. Like, I don't expect She-Hulk to look like a fucking female bodybuilder because sometimes she did, sometimes she didn't.
Yeah.
When it goes to
the
like
design is fine. The design of the CGI is great.
It's good. And it's like when you go from like a comic to screen adaptation, I completely expect there to be a little bit like lost in translation there, if that makes sense, or like a little bit of like fuzziness, you know. Captain America, he doesn't look the same on screen as he does in the books. In the books, he's generally wearing spandex. In the movies, wearing, you know, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. But like with She-Hulk, it's not the proportions. It's not that I claim ownership over women's bodies, you know, which I'm working on. You know? But it's just it just looks fucking bad, dude. And maybe I don't know what exactly to pin it on, but
it's the tone. It's like this consistent. The way her skin looks weird to me. It looks like it just doesn't look realistic at all. It looks bizarre.
See, now you get racist again against.
He already said. Hey, Russ basically said my problem with her is her skin color.
You know? Yeah.
Well, no, it's her skin color. Now hold up. I legitimately didn't match.
He said legitimately instead of legitimately.
I asked Kate what she thought. She said she liked it. But she thought the CGI was a little subpar. But she's not that big of a critic on shit like that.
Yeah, and it's like
her
to me,
face looks weird to me. I don't know.
It's to me, it's just everything, man. It's like my issues with it. It's not like it's like if this was kind of how it's been, then hey, man, I would just kind of recognize, hey, you know, MCU has bad CGI, but like watch Iron Man 1. You know what I mean? Watch anything
that's some
came out,
old
like,
dated CGI, and it still looks better.
That entire
and
movie
it looks better.
rides on the back of when he was flying through the air and he broke the sound barrier. Once
Yep.
everybody saw that in the trailer alone, it was done. The movie, that alone, like,
yeah,
that's the first thing you think of, I think, when you think of Iron Man 1. And their CGI, for the most part, through all of these fucking movies, has been up to par. Now here we are looking at a heavily CGI'd TV show.
Main character.
First time that they've had to do this with a main character, right? That scene where she was fighting in the courtroom and that chick came flying in and did that flying kick.
Yeah.
That should look like something out of something out of Power Rangers.
Yeah, and it's like it's tough because we have so many other examples of CGI main characters where it looks so much better than this. Like, look at
the Ed Norton Hulk looked better than this.
Yeah, and like Gollum, Lord of the Rings
though.
from 2002, right? And again, yeah, exactly, movies. But then it's like Planet of the Apes, like Caesar from, especially in the second and third movies. And it's like, what are we doing here? And I understand, like these animators might.
You guys are comparing a movie to movies to a TV show, though. I mean,
no, we're comparing a Disney property to a Disney property,
and ILM is working on these TV shows.
And Russ, but I hear
there
that.
Is something to say for what Russ said.
I
hate to agree with Russ at all.
No, I'm just.
I don't disagree either, but I also say like, if you can't do it, then don't do it.
Then don't do it. That's right.
You know what I mean? Like,
and that's a good point too. If you can't do it, yeah.
This isn't
CW. Like it's just like apply that to anything else. Like,
dude, the Arrowverse had some better CGI than this shit had.
Oh no, that I mean, as much as I like the Arrowverse,
I said some. I didn't say all. I said some.
That King Shark was not.
What's up, baby?
Yeah, King Shark was garbage, dude.
If anybody wants,
I like King Shark.
Man.
If anybody would like to come on, just hit me up on Messenger and I'll add y'all in.
But yeah, Russ, I hear it's like I hear that, but then it's like, man, like don't fucking do it. Like if you're like, if and it's the same thing with the director. You know, if she hears that criticism and is like, look, man, like, this shit is really difficult and it's tedious and it's not as easy as people think, and we don't have the budget of a movie and this, that, and the third, then I'm like, yeah, that's a defense that's based on the merits of the criticism as opposed to what we got, which is like, and like
that's what I was going to say.
Or an ism, like, if you don't like the CGI,
right?
See, it's the same reason why like George Lucas didn't put the stuff in Star Wars, because the CGI didn't match it at the time. He did not have the capability, so he waited. As much as we hated it, he waited 20 years until the CGI.
And then he gave, but you know what? Then he gave us fucking Han Solo walking around with his tail, and that's still one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. It was hysterical, but it was bad. It's, again, if you can't do it, don't do it.
But like that was bring me to a point basically where I was saying that like defending against legitimate criticism with an agenda isn't legitimate defense.
No, it's not.
You can't criticize anything anymore.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, I do.
No,
yeah, I was gonna say that's an important thing, Ricky.
You know, man. When you do, someone wants to label you something.
Mm-hmm.
You're immediately
jab it up and get on in here, Davey.
Sexist, racist. Look, not to switch gears real quick, but I love Giancarlo Stanton, whatever the fuck his name is. What's his name? You know who I'm talking about.
The one, the player, Gus's Chicken Shack.
Yeah, what's his name?
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yes.
Oh, Esposito. Okay,
it's fucked up that he didn't know the Spanish guy's name. I'm just gonna point that out.
I have zero desire to see him be Professor X or Magneto. I do.
Yeah,
but that doesn't make me racist. But I'm going to be labeled one.
And it's like EE, like I could disagree with you on that, and it doesn't mean that. So like I just grabbed this because I luckily have this bookshelf. But like in this book, Kindly Inquisitor is great. It's like 96 pages, but like he mentions like, and this was written like the early 90s before all this kind of this milieu that we're all living in now. And he's like, if you criticize something on its merits and somebody labels you with that like EE said, the ist or an ism, then just laugh it off and then continue with your criticism, because
that just means they don't have a logical argument against it.
Right. Yeah, and it's like that's my thing. Is like what I worry about, Ricky, is like not guys like me or us. I think we're all kind of on the same page, at least to an extent. Not that we all agree on everything, but we kind of approach these things in the same way. Is it like I worry about the people who read her criticism and then they maybe stop criticizing it because of that.
Because they're afraid of being labeled.
Because they're like, no, well, shit. If I don't
they
like it,
maybe
so
they don't get labeled.
Maybe I am taking ownership of women's bodies.
Like if I say the CGI is bad, like it doesn't mean I'm commenting on her tits, her ass, her fucking caps, like whatever you want to say.
Enough like a woman or whatever, because women look all different kinds of ways.
I mean, dude,
it's just fucking absurd.
She should look like. I mean, you can go. Let me make her look like.
I'm gonna be the guy. I'm gonna be the guy to say it. If you're judging a feminine character on her looks, it kind of is. It's those things are part of it.
They are part of it, exactly.
They have tits and asses.
And Ricky, like that,
he's got man boobs and he's got a saggy ass. You can say the same thing about a chick, and it doesn't make you sexist. It's just a statement of fucking fact.
Ricky with that, like that actually does go. It actually does go both ways, because like if you have whoever might be playing Batman at the moment, if they were like an out of shape, either like really spindly dude or like maybe like
his traps aren't big enough. I wonder who said that.
Yeah, fuck that. They all need big ass traps. God damn it,
dude. Nick, you got it right, because that's why the dude that plays Shazam's never looked right to me, because he doesn't have big traps. But like, look at Chris Benoit, man. But it's like those criticisms go both ways. They go all ways, and to kind of pick one out over the other, I think it's just unfair,
Yeah, it's just like I said, anytime that you use just talking points and an agenda to rebut legitimate criticism, you're basically admitting to the criticism.
Exactly, and it's like
you're just trying to hide behind something else without answering.
Yeah, like whenever you don't address something on the merits, it's just like
it's true.
And it's like, to me, like something like that, like what we saw what that director do, is like that's just fucking cowardly to me. Like I will say that's cowardly.
Yeah.
In the same way that like when someone's like, this is my stance on A, B, and C. If you disagree with it, unfriend me. Like in the same way that I think something like that is to me, it's cowardly, because it's like it comes from a place where like, I am right. I know that I'm right. I'm certain. I'm certain in my conviction. It's like, man, like you can be like that on things, but like you have to at least invite challenge on that, and invite that, and it's because two things are going to happen. You can't defend it, which means maybe you need to rethink your stance, or you defend it well, which is like then it's another win in your column if you want to think of things like that.
Right.
You want to update it where I'm at?
Yeah.
Like not all y'all know what I was doing, because none of y'all were on here earlier. I got some bats and alley vipers this week, and I was washing them and painting them up some.
So nice, man.
Go ahead, man.
This is the naked alley viper. I mean the naked
put that
bat.
shit on, like
that's just the naked one, and then this is the one that I just painted up.
That's dope, dude.
It's good, man.
Like dirty.
It really does make a huge difference. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's
like even on the back, like
it really
up, like,
toned it down so much.
Plain gray. The washes got in there and like highlighted everything.
Well, the wash makes it look so much more metal, realistic metal.
Well, I have metallic paints that I put on there too, so you can actually see.
Like when it was like arms. During like when awesome, they were putting out like all those like sequel trilogy figures, Ricky. Like I was repainting all the head sculpts for like Poe Dameron, fucking Leia. Before they started doing like the face printing stuff. And
Dave,
it's like
my ass. Boom.
Dude, Hasbro can like they've always been able to sculpt, man. Like
oh my god,
a lot of it goes like.
Yeah, it is like when you get into like repaints and shit, just what a wash or a dry brush will do to a Hasbro or Mattel sculpt.
Yeah.
Brink, I control this bat's body. You don't worry about what I'm doing.
Yeah. What's Ricky's deal, man? He's just a fucking whatever.
I'm a
fucking
baddest.
Yeah.
I'm a
Objectualizing that.
He's a
bat.
robotist.
Yeah, man.
I'm a robot.
God.
Yeah.
It's just disturbing, Ricky. It really is.
I'm sorry, guys. I brought down the show.
I can't bring it down any lower.
Your
It's all good.
blatant regard for that robot's autonomy.
Ricky, stop touching its butt. God damn it.
But it told me to. It said bop bop beep boop. I just touched my butt.
That was a binary for touch my ass.
Nice.
She-Hulk was fucking trash.
Yeah, and
Well,
Dave
yeah.
brought up too. I did watch Sandman, Dave. I finished it.
I just haven't watched the bonus yet.
God
Did
damn
you
it.
watch
I haven't
the
watched
bonus?
that yet.
I haven't
I
watched any of it. Yet.
I'm with Russ.
Oh.
Maybe.
I'm on
I haven't
episode
watched-
6. I have to
I haven't
watch
watched any
episode
of it.
6. And give that some, like,
6 is my
watch.
favorite episode out of the whole entire series.
See, everyone's telling me it's really good, and I just haven't had time this week to watch it. I gotta
Is
watch it tomorrow.
Is 6 the convention?
6 is the one where the first half is about him talking with Death, and the second half is about the guy who wants to live forever.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm. Man, so yeah, I was like worried about that series only because it was coming out on Netflix. Like, I just
Mhm.
feel like, they've had like a kind of okay
Better
track
CGI
record
than
recently.
She-Hulk.
Yeah, dude. So I'll say like we as a family, and this has been great. Like this last few weeks of summer, we've been watching Stranger Things from the beginning. And we're finally up to season 4. And like I said it in the chat because like I felt a way about it. Like season 4, fucking awesome, man. Like every just like exactly what I was looking for. And like my issue with that show is like,
What?
part of it.
I gotta hear what issue can you really have with that show?
And so like for me, dude, like I've said before, it's aesthetics and it's the monsters, right? But like season 4 fixes all of that, and it makes up for everything like from seasons 1 through 3, because like we have a monster who like looks and fucking sounds awesome, and like it just from episode 1 is like an absolute goddamn menace, and like really brought me back into the show because I'd watch seasons 1 through 3 on my own. But like we're letting the kids watch them, and I'm like, whatever, like they can, they see it.
I grew up on
And,
worse shit.
Yes, exactly. And so we're all
We were just
watching it
talking about
together.
worse shit earlier.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like we got to season 4, and it's like I hadn't seen any of it, but I was like, after episode 1, I was like, this is it. Like this is exactly what I was looking for, and it kind of makes it all worth it isn't the right word, because I enjoyed the first 3 seasons a lot for what they were, but
Well, I'm pretty sure that as each season has gone by and the show's gaining popularity, they're putting more and more money behind the budget.
Right.
So, yeah.
You're looking at, you're talking about aesthetics of season 1. I didn't think they were bad. I've seen the improvement
not at
over
all.
the seasons,
Not at all.
and that's
Yeah.
just probably because all right, this is a new show. We have no idea how this is going to work, what people are going to think of it. This is brand new. This isn't something based off of a book. This is something brand new we're bringing. You don't know how it's going to be received, so your budget is limited.
It's like,
you bring in
not even. Just real quick, like, it's not
semi-famous actors for
Winona Ryder and
Jim Harbour.
Matthew Modine.
even before that, no, dude, it was Matthew Modine from fucking Vision Quest. You know what I mean?
Matthew
Like,
Modine and
nobody
Paul
knew
Reiser.
who Jim Harbour was. Like,
Real quick, I'm going to share Ricky's painting.
yeah, that's bad.
Look at that. That is pretty dope,
awesome,
Ricky.
I appreciate it. It's been a while, man. It's not perfect, man. It's been over a year since I painted anything, but I'm giving it a whack.
dude. Ricky, I
Appreciate you.
painted my first thing down here, like in the new setup, and there was 3.5 months for me, man. Like, and it was terrible.
But this is terrible, but it'll get better. Thanks.
No,
Sam.
you did
Yeah,
better
fuck
than
you
me.
too.
Like it for me, it felt good to do it. Didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, but I was like, hey, whatever. It was fun.
Now, hey, with what you said about the budget and Netflix and plus probably increased the budget when they realized they had a hit on their hands. That's not always the case with Netflix, though. So this show kind of surprises me.
Yeah, and
they have stuck with
that
it.
doesn't necessarily fit Russ like with my criticisms of it because like I feel like in spoilers whatever I'm comparing like the Demogorgon from season 1 to like Vecna in season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the one thing he froze.
I think he froze.
Yeah, this is
like,
the one thing.
Got, like, that like human look that doesn't.
He back?
Hello.
Yeah, you're back now.
He froze up after.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, so like I was saying, like Vecna like seems more of a menace because like it's his voice, it's his look, which I think is on point. To where he seems like more human, and I feel like the farther you get away from that, like the least, I don't know, like the maybe like less threatening it seems to me. I don't know if that makes sense, but like like from him, like just like hearing his voice in that first episode of season 4, I was like, this is different, and I was like all the way fucking back on board. Like,
well, one thing you said, you just watched the whole thing, like you did the whole run this summer.
Yeah,
like,
and then I'd watched him in the past, but like I've never
did him again.
Yeah.
Did you catch the fact that each season is a slightly different form of the genre? Like the first one was like a Goonie style action adventure kids one.
Mm-hmm.
The second one got into like almost like the Christine teen horror type stuff, and this last one was almost straight body horror and gore. Like each season is a slightly different variant of a scary.
That's a good point because it's like maybe that just like leans to my proclivities. Like is like what do I like? What do I like as a fan? You know, and I do like because I told my kids like I was like he looks like the fucking devil. You know what I mean? I was like, and that's awesome to me. Like, kind of exactly.
So you heard it here. Sam likes the devil.
No, he just looks cool, man. What do you want me to say?
Real quick. Russ, what do you mean that's not always been the case for Netflix?
Well,
what shows haven't they improved on?
What's the one? Jupiter's.
They only had that one season.
They only had one season.
I know. Hold on a minute. They canceled it because of its budget. It actually did really well. It did really well.
It didn't do enough to warrant the budget.
That's what I mean.
Do you remember Terra Nova?
I remember Terra Nova. Yes, I do. And it was the same.
The other one is the Marco Polo show. That thing was costing like X millions per episode, and they canceled it because of that. And that was
I get that, and I get that. But I mean, sometimes I feel like they
can't go to those places where Marco Polo went. Like, well, one plane ticket.
They gave you the one season of Jupiter's Ascending, right? And it was good. I enjoyed it.
Jupiter's
Legacy.
Jupiter's Legacy. Jupiter's Ascending. That was another one.
Jupiter's Ascending was a shit movie.
That was one with Tatum and Mila Kunis. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good show. Very, very high CGI.
Yeah.
Very, very high budget, and it might have done well. But I don't think it did well enough to warrant. Oh my God! This costs us millions of dollars again next year.
That's what I mean. They have to. I guess they have to. And I understand they have to leverage that. They have to say, okay, did it do enough for us to justify this big ass
budget
amount of money? It's a budget, right? I get that, but there's other shows that they've had come out that were kind of like not that great, or did okay, but not the greatest. But they'll bring them back, and I'm like that, and
Well, how do you know they didn't do well? How do you know they didn't do well?
Because I looked that shit up and find out how many downloads.
How much? Where are you looking it up?
How much is a click worth, hours?
Where are you looking this up? I just want to know where you're getting information from, because I'll give you a show like
because Netflix is notorious for not saying how much they made.
I'll give you a show like Lost in Space. 3 seasons.
Space. It was really
super high.
Yeah, I love that.
Special effects for that show looked good all the way through, and they finished it. They gave they didn't cancel it. I love that show.
No, they did. They
that's like really high regarded.
It was done really, really, really well.
I thought that was still going. Like they just put out the other season like last year, right?
Yeah, that's it. It's done. Final season.
Yeah. You just got to look it up. Like I just put in the search and find out how many viewing hours for each for shows. It'll bring it up for you. It's
yeah,
not
but
like
I'll tell you how
anything
many hours
special.
it was viewed, but how much is that worth? See, nobody knows.
Well, that's what I mean.
Netflix doesn't.
I don't
care.
know. I don't know how much. I don't know what Netflix is like what their formula is for it. You know, I don't know how they figure it out.
you have to
But-
you have to sit there and compare. All right,
Yeah.
the hours viewed to budget, right?
Right.
And then put
Right,
those
that's
hours
what I'm
viewed
assuming.
compared to something like Stranger Things, who, to be honest, doesn't have a very high CGI budget. It has its CGI effects, but it's not the entire thing is not CGI. You know,
That's
it's mostly
true.
it's
Yeah,
mostly
that's
that.
probably-
Yeah, and then it is. It's like all
To be-
obscured in shadow and like fucking
Yeah.
dust.
know,
Generally.
To be completely honest, though, I was about to cancel Netflix until Sandman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sandman
I
kept me
can
around. I'll agree
understand
with
that
that.
why.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah,
because
I'll say the only reason I haven't canceled Netflix is because I've never ever paid for Netflix. We've always had somebody's login. You know what I mean? But it's like-
cheap
duh.
bastard.
We here at MPSP do not condone this behavior.
I pay my dues because HBO Max, Disney Plus, there's like 15 people that have my login for that, like all over the country. So it's like
Exactly.
whatever.
You
I'm
pay-
paying my
you pay
Netflix
for it.
dues now.
You pay for
Yeah.
it. No, I mean HBO Max.
No, I mean, I
Disney
get what you're
Plus,
saying,
Netflix,
and
cable.
I just don't understand what they're like. Netflix is the one I don't get. I don't understand like what makes them say,
Wow.
okay, this did enough. You just did enough. This was watched enough for us to justify the high budget.
I
Or
mean,
this one
yeah.
was watched enough to justify this menial budget. Because I mean,
That's
there's
the thing.
Well, you gotta
shows-
look at cost analysis,
God,
man, because you
that's
gotta look
true, and I
at
don't know what it
what
is, so.
what the show costs to how many viewers they had. You know,
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
that's
and then-
what's gonna make them money.
And it's like and it's viewers and how many hours they spend. So it's like if you
How many times they watched the whole show? How many times
exactly
they
like
started it from the beginning?
if you really like a show on Netflix, leave your house and play that shit while you're gone.
Leave it play
You know
while
what I
you're
mean?
gone.
Yeah, just like hit play, and then it's like
That's how Young Justice came back.
yeah, exactly. And
That was the campaign. Let's go into Netflix. You want that next season? Watch the
and
shit
dude,
out
look
of it.
what we
People
got.
watch
Like
the
we
shit
got
out of it.
2 seasons of
Yeah.
like,
What's that
to me, like
episode-
that's the
You
so
said
fucking
season.
good.
You said season 4, Sam, was the one the season that you really liked a lot.
Yeah, the
I mean,
most
I like
recent
all of
season.
them, but season 4
Okay.
is the most recent
Season-
and it's fucking
season
incredible.
4
Dude. Like
This is according to Wall Street Journal. Season 4's budget was $30 million per episode.
For
Okay.
a cartoon?
no fucking
So-
way, dude.
No,
So
we're
the
talking about
entire
Stranger
show.
Things.
Oh,
Yeah, Stranger Things. Stranger Things.
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
Young
Okay.
Justice.
I
I was
thought you
like,
were talking
what
about
the
Young
fuck?
Justice. I was
No.
like, there's no way they're paying
What, they
all
buy
those people
$20 million
paying
worth of
for
coke?
it.
Understand that 30 million includes actors' salaries.
No, it does.
And the more
Advertising.
popular these actors these kids have become, the more money they demand.
Yeah.
You know, Millie Bobby
Sorry.
Brown is making more per episode season 4.
Well, she's
than
like
she
the big
was
star of
season
the
1.
show. So
And that's
of course-
also
Exactly.
advertising, all the
Mhm.
figures and the products made from it too.
Well, dude, it's like you go to fucking Domino's right now and they have like a Stranger Things pizza.
know,
You
Stranger
know what I mean?
Things-
Like it's like
Yeah.
Has become like a cultural phenomenon over the last 5 years. It's
Mhm.
all over
and
the
good
place.
and like good
It's
for it,
more
man,
than
because-
making its money back.
And dude, here's the thing, like anyone who says like, oh, people they can't come up with anything new, it's all reboots and this that, point them to Stranger Things. Like, no, this is an example of the opposite of that. Like,
Yeah.
of like something that is original, it's new. Maybe it kind of works towards like nostalgia and this and that, but it's
It's a
that's the
period
original
piece.
concept at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's original content. It's a period piece. Doesn't mean it's a reboot or anything.
Right,
like that.
right.
Now, the one thing about Stranger Things, I haven't watched it all. I'm still on season 1, but with Stranger Things bringing attention to D&D, I'm having a problem.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, so like that I was
You have a problem with
Nick, I was talking to Jackie about this because they're playing it in season 4 and she said, "Is this a real game?" And I was like, "Bro," I said, "Yeah, like a bunch of my friends play this like right now. Not like in the 80s, but like right now." And she was like, "Wait, so like it's a real like?" She was like, "It's a real thing," and this and that. And I was like, "Yeah, dude, like it's a."
D&D used to be a really cutthroat game.
Mhm.
where there was real consequences to your actions.
This is a conversation, man. I feel it brewing, dude.
And so D&D just announced that they're coming out with a new edition called 1D&D. Now, the cool thing is that it is based off the backbone of the fifth edition rules. So it's a great rule set, but they're doing some things to nerf shit and make it like a safe space game. Dungeon masters can no longer crit, according to the rules set. Yeah.
Oh, talk slower. I feel my virginity growing back. Hold on.
Yeah. So basically what that means is that the dungeon master, when doing damage, can no longer crit on a 20, which means they would do double damage to your character. It's something that happens it happens very rarely, but when it happens, it should be consequential in the story. Mm-hmm. So they're taking that away from the game. They are now moving towards having no player races be able to be evil. Like if you pick an orc,
he left. He said, "God damn it, people!"
No. I'm switching. I'm switching over to my phone for a minute, and I think I might be able to jump in on this conversation now that you're talking about race thing, because I know what's going on about this. Okay.
Yeah.
Go.
If you're an orc now, like, oh no, you're not inherently evil. The drow, who that's what E's gonna be wanting to talk about.
Was that like
we're an inherently evil? Yeah, they were the dark elves. They were supposed to be an inherently evil race.
Growing up, my dad made it sound like Filipinos would inherently steal from you. So,
Jesus Christ.
But
I don't want to be.
So I want to ask you a question, though, Nick. How is this Stranger Things fault for this happening?
I think it's Stranger Things and Critical Role, because bringing more attention to something means that more eyes are on it, and it has to become more politically correct.
Okay, fair. All right, very fair point.
Yeah, so I hear that too, but it's like, to me, Nick, that to me is a dilemma, because I like Jackie and I talked about this. He said, your friends play this game, and I said, yeah, but like the kids, like I teach middle school. They're talking about Dungeons and Dragons, they're talking about D&D, this, that, and the third, and it's like, that exposure. Where it's like, to me, from the outside looking in, I'm like, yeah, dude, like these kids wouldn't know about this shit if it wasn't for this show, right? But then it's like, what does that exposure do to, like, as a detriment to the fandom, to the people that have been in it from day one? It's like, how willing are
you want me to let you know what it's going to do? Look at the MCU and look how that became mainstream, and look what they did to comics and comic book stories and stuff. That's what they're going to do to your D&D.
So,
and it's like, right. Is it always a detriment or not? All
right. I'm not in front of my computer right now. Do me a favor. Look up. Look up Forgotten Realms Archmage. Tell me when that came out.
Eric surprised me with how much he knew about D&D.
I only know this one area. I never played D&D in my life. I know a certain specific thing about a specific line of books from it that I still read. That's where.
Did you say Archfey or Archmage?
Archmage.
But I mean, I was still surprised by he started spouting off stuff about the book.
Archfey, as in fairy.
Mage. The Archmage.
Mage as in magician.
Mage.
But you hear.
You said
but
mage,
you do you, Russ. You do you, Russ. You heard.
That's what fays are. They're like fairies. Sorry.
You don't get to tell
my dork flag flying big time.
You don't get to tell phase what they are.
He calls his dork flag.
I'm trying to find out when it was.
He left again.
It's saying 27. It's 2017.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He dropped.
Fucking made me look up shit and then fucking dropping. God damn it.
Russ messed him up by talking about fairies.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ferry him out.
But like the thing is like the thing that appeals to D&D to me is the puzzles in solving them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but like combat is a huge thing too, and there should be consequences in combat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, I'm back.
Almost as that's a dangerous thing to do.
Yeah.
So let me get back to my point real quick. Archmage came out in 2015.
Oh my god, dude!
When did Stranger Things season 1 came out?
16 or 17?
16, 17.
Yeah.
So I think 17.
So as far as D&D and Forgotten Realm, they started laying the path of this drow aren't inherently evil in that series. So it was before Stranger Things. Maybe you can blame maybe I don't know about Critical Role because I didn't know nothing about them until the new series came out. But yeah, basically how they've done it is the Dark Elves were not, they fled underground due to the wars they were having with the other elves on the surface, and then they fell under the Spider Queen's thrall. They were created. They were bent.
Ricky, my
and manipulated.
Back. Oh, make them stop.
Do what?
So my virginity's coming back. Make them stop.
No, I like hearing Eric talk about this because it impressed me how much he knew. Like, because people don't get to see this. They see the shit talking. They don't see.
They were basically bent and manipulated into becoming what they were. It turns out there's an entire race of the drow that actually live on the surface that they just found in the last 2 books that came out. That live perfectly. With orcs live there too, and dwarves and humans, and this huge big community live in harmony.
Yeah,
I've seen that movie. That's the one with Will Smith that was on Netflix, right?
So they started laying this groundwork beforehand because as we know, with all this PC shit, since the Dark Elves are dark skinned and they were evil, people were started saying that Dungeons and Dragons and Forgotten Realms are racist.
Right.
This is when it started.
That is so fucking dumb.
But like it's now accelerated into this.
Oh.
Well, dude, like, doesn't it also apply to Lord of the Rings and
they're all
Urukai and stuff? Yeah,
they're all dark skinned.
Yeah.
And that's where people started calling it racist.
But it's not but see, people are dumb because it's not supposed to be a race thing. It's supposed to be like light is good, dark is bad. Like it has to do with that.
Okay, but like, you see, but then dark skin is bad. That's where that's where it leads to.
The wrong person.
But they're not doing dark skin as in black and white. These are like blue and black orcs. You know what I mean?
Dark skin though, dark color, dark. Ricky, that's where people come from. I agree with you. I don't. I never saw it that way. But people started complaining, as more and more,
Ricky, like you're applying like logic to these things, which is like that's
unfortunately you can't.
Mistake number 1, dude. Like, and I think it's a good thing that like anyone in this culture is like looking for something like that to be upset about because it kind of speaks like generally things might not be so bad,
My biggest problem is most of the people that bitch and complain about this, and I'm gonna say it, I don't give a fuck. It's the Karens of the world. It's the housewives sitting at home bitching and complaining about stuff. I've never heard any First Nation Native Americans where we've had that conversation complain about the Redskin being called the Redskins. Never in my life, and
I
never have. Not until
the Redskin thing. Yes, the Chiefs no. Seminoles no.
The
Braves.
And then now you got them bitching about the org is black, so therefore you're racist.
I never.
Kate, come on, you should already know the answer to that question. And
Kate, you're gonna make me throw up. Don't do that shit. Stop using that fucking word. It's gross. It's bad enough my daughter hit me with that shit. She's like, "Hey, Dad, these cookies are so moist," and I'm like, "I don't even think of a cookie like that. It's gross."
Russ will never eat a cookie again.
I'm starting to get that Faye connection. Got it.
But this is because of social media. This is the downside of what social media does. People being able to voice their opinions online now, when 20 years ago, 30 years ago, they had no place to do it.
Had the same conversation on the other pod, exactly.
To be read on everybody, and that's why sometimes I think social media was like the worst thing we've ever invented.
Man, it's like I think that too, but it's like you just have
it's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword.
You just have. I think for me, it's like how I've like approached is like recently is like you have to accept the fact that like people are gonna completely disagree with your stance on anything, right? Yeah. And it's like, to me, if I'm gonna make my stances public, I need to do like the homework on my end to back that shit up. So like, I'm not gonna speak on something that I'm not well versed in. You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
you're not Russ.
Are you new to the internet? You're supposed to talk about.
You're not Russ.
It's like
I do it all the time, Sam. It's okay.
I went from literally like from March, or from February, like middle of February 2021. Wait, what year is it? 2022? Middle of February 2022 to like March of that year of like, I didn't read a book for that time because I was literally only reading about shit like on Wikipedia of like Ukraine and Russia, because like I was like, okay, this is like the thing I feel strongly about. Like what can I read to to
educate yourself?
To educate myself, because like I feel strongly about this. And like if like what happened felt wrong to me, and I was like,
you didn't have to read that much. Just read like the title of the story, and you're fine. It tells you everything.
It's like
Russ is a Cliff Notes guy.
Yeah, and it's like I've probably read like 10 books since then, like because of that. But like, also to say like Wikipedia is a really good resource. Like I know people bash it, like you can go on and edit it, but like there are people that really
they check it too.
Care about being
like you
right.
Edit it with some stupid shit on there and it just stays there. Somebody back checks it and it'll get
it gets smashed immediately, basically. So
I'm
a really good resource.
The reason why people think all that shit is because of that Scientology bullshit, and that's why they got banned from being allowed to put stuff on there, because they were going in there and changing everything to match their religious beliefs.
Oh shit!
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was a huge thing. Like, they were going in there.
Yeah, but because it's like for me, it's like I will go to war on something that I give a shit about, and I think if I feel like I know about it, because like there's something like that, it's because I got the time.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, fucking come at me, and we can disagree or whatever. But
I just like pissing people off and getting them all to go to war. You win, okay.
He shakes the can and points it at somebody else. That's what he does.
Shame on you. You were wrong.
Shame.
Oh man. There's nothing better than when somebody's really passionate about something and you have no idea what the fuck they're passionate about, and you go, you know what, that really sucks. That's terrible. You like that? And they're like, they get all, what do you mean it sucks? It's terrible.
Well, dude, like for me, Russ, like what I notice most, I feel like, like my Facebook friends, it's like just the idea of like of a print of like a guiding principle. It just doesn't exist. Like where it's like something to me like is like bodily autonomy is something that like to me is like, that's important to me, and if I had my way, everyone would agree with me, but it's not the case, right? So that's important to me, but like that should apply to kind of everything, as opposed to like just issues that you as an individual feel strongly about. So it's like,
right.
Obviously to me, that should apply to like things like abortion, etc. But then also like if you don't want to get a certain vaccination, then that should apply too. Even if I disagree with your stance on that, like.
But at the same time, I think that if you choose whatever action you choose, whether it's abortion, not to have an abortion, to vaccinate or not to vaccinate, that you should have to deal with the consequences of your actions.
That is important that Nick say that. because that is the one thing everybody misses out on. We're in America, it's land of the free. You do what you want. Yeah, you have the freedom to do stuff, not freedom of consequence.
Freedom
you can have a gun. You can threaten somebody with a gun. You have the freedom to do all that. But you shoot them, you're gonna pay for that.
And even even like for me, like I will bang on like all day about free speech, and because I think that's so important. But then it's like you're also not free from consequences. Like if I see somebody on the street and call them a slur, like I deserve to get fucking my teeth punched. Well,
let's do one that we all just dealt with not just too long ago on Facebook. You have the freedom to say whatever you want about the person running for or in the office that runs this country.
You should.
And you can say and do whatever you want to. You can absolutely say whatever you want to. But if you think that you can just do it and get away with it, I dare you to make a phone call to that Pennsylvania Avenue and say whatever you want to on that phone to that person and see if you don't have consequences coming down.
Give me the phone number. Give me that phone number.
It's 1-900 EE can suck it.
Give me that phone number.
1-900 mix a lot.
Shake that.
But that's what I'm saying is you have that right. You can. If you have that number, you can call and say whatever you want to. Yeah. But know that when those men in black come knock on your damn door, don't be, oh, it's my rights. No, your right was to say whatever you want.
It's a freedom of, but not a freedom from.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get slapped by Will Smith.
Just leave his wife's name out your mouth. You'll be good. Just don't.
He apologized, like a real apology, apparently. Even though people still think
did his PR agent make a real apology for him?
That's but
that's exactly what it was, man.
He tried to call him
like a total goon.
Chris don't want to talk to him. Chris is like, man, fuck you, dick. You chose hoe over bro, bitch. Back off.
We here at MPSP do not agree.
Ricky.
I'm not running the banner on that.
It's like Ricky. Like if somebody said something crazy about your old lady,
you can say whatever you want to, but no, I'm gonna come slap the fuck out of you.
Well, dude,
no, man.
No. If you could look to her and say, "We got $1 million," like to me, I'm like, what? It's gonna wash over me like a mist or something like that. Like,
I'm sorry, I don't see it that way. When you sign up,
you're talking about me and Chris, like in the Chris Rock situation. Then I'm in agreement with EE. EE, go ahead and finish what you're saying.
When you sit there and he's a comedian. He didn't
you agree with me.
He didn't sit there and call your wife a bitch, a slut, a whore. None of he made fun of her having a bald head. I'm sorry, a lot of us have fucking bald heads right now. You don't see me crying about it. I got fucking millions of dollars in the bank. Go buy yourself a fucking wig if it bothers you that fucking much.
Dude, right?
Agreed. I agree with that. That's true.
You're a comedian. You expect it. You sign up for a certain level of ridicule. It is what he said. But like it's like a baseball player when you're standing in center field and the crowd is screaming at you, "Hey, fucking Aaron Judge, you fucking suck." Mm-hmm. Okay, and you know you're gonna have to. This is the life you signed up for.
It's like all the people. I don't mean to say this in a certain. I don't mean to sound this way, but it's like these people below you, if that makes sense. Like
I get what. Yeah, I see what you're saying. And
like he came out of that, like Will Smith came out of that looking like an absolute fucking goon.
Yeah. And not only that, you're a comedian yourself. You even know more yourself about what a comedian's job is.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. He just didn't want her to go fuck another rapper, man. Let's keep it real.
Dude.
She's going to anyway.
Yeah, and like that.
He fucking laughed. He laughed.
Yeah.
He laughed when the joke was
all
said.
the way up until he saw her face. And then
until he saw the stank eye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and she said, "No, I don't like this." So I'm
sorry,
dude, fucking ridiculous.
No,
I know when the camera cut away, she's like, "You want me to go back and fuck that dude again? You better go slap Chris."
No,
where's August?
Ever
let August take me right on top of the red table.
Look, the man does not need to pay for that mistake for the rest of his life, though. He's pretty much been a pretty decent dude. He made a mistake. I get it, but doesn't mean he wasn't wrong.
No,
doesn't mean you weren't wrong.
Oh, I'm gonna make jokes about it forever, but
exactly. You become a bigger joke now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
you know,
and what sucks is there was a lot of
dude. It's like how could and it's like I could imagine like a few like tough nights of him being like, yeah, you fucked up and like this comedian busted on you, like, but you fucked up, like it's like to me, and I've been in those situations with my wife. I love my wife. Nothing crazy. Like there's no like balance of dynamics, like it's a 50-50, but I've been like, bullshit. You've been fucked up in this position.
We all know she got 90.
We all know she's got 90.
Guys, this is fake news of like
we all know you. Exactly. But Sam, we'll let you live. We'll let you live.
Everybody play back the video. Y'all saw him check over his shoulder before he said any of that shit, right?
You're fucked up. Like you're and a lot of what it is like you're expecting too much of people. Like you're expecting people to be up here when they're probably right here. And that's just fine. That's the way it is. But I don't know.
I just know ain't no way a female should be able to give you a look and activate your fucking danger button. Ain't no way it should be happening. I mean, hold
on, dude. I've met Anna. I'm pretty sure Anna could give you that look, and you would have been like, "Oh shit, I need to do something."
No, Anna will never give me that. Can never give me that look. You're wrong.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know,
you're
man.
See,
to where I give
Anna's
her
not like that.
dude,
Jane Pinkett Smith.
See, for me, Kate's the one that calms me down.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Dynamic,
Yeah, I just don't think like no woman should have that kind of a. If she does, it's dangerous, dude.
Hey, Russ, pause real quick. No woman, no man either. Like
no, definitely no man.
Like nobody should have that control to where like I feel a way. You need to put your hands on this. Like that's fucking crazy to me, dude. Like that's fucking crazy.
Honey, that motherfucker over there gave me the stink eye. Go slap his ass.
Dude, and it's like I say that, and like I've put my hands on people before because of that shit. And it's like,
but see, my thing is I give them the chance to handle it. Like say it was me and my wife, that happened. I would look at her and she didn't say nothing. I'd be like, you got this covered? You good with this? Or you need me to step in and say something? Like that's a whole different ball of wax than just
Ricky. Hey, Ricky, that's like an important thing because to me it's like I never have felt like with Jackie that I need to come to her rescue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you
want me to? I got your back. I will take a simple assault charge. $243 down at the courthouse. I paid it before. I'll pay that shit again. As long as you got a weapon in your hand, I'll do it. I don't care. So I'm not worried about it, but I give her the chance. Like, look, are you good with this? Are you okay? Do I need to say something? You let me know, and I'll do it. But if you don't want me to, I'll sit back and relax. But there's a point.
That's exactly it.
There's a point. It don't matter what she says. If she says no, I got it. It's good. Don't worry about it. If that person keeps going, in my head there is a line, and if they cross that line, then it doesn't matter what she says. And she already knows that's how I am. Like Karen knows that.
And that's real disrespect that's being shown. This isn't a comedian cracking a joke.
Right.
Jokes.
There's a difference.
Like you're going to this show. It's an award show. The comedian. He's a host. He's going to make jokes. He's going to do it.
Especially like if you're like a public figure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're up there.
You show up there with a bald ass fucking head with all them grooves.
Exactly.
And you were saying front row, right in front of his fucking face.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, about me. I'll sit right here.
Low hanging fruit. Low hanging fruit for a comedian. They're gonna jump on it. You ever been to a comedy club?
Absolutely.
Where they start going in on random people in the audience. Yep. You got to take that. It's gonna come. You got to take it.
But if you're up in front,
it's fucking
you're
crowd work.
Because you're there. Yeah.
And if you open your mouth and say something to a comedian, you can't be mad when they come back at you.
I just think, I don't know. I lost so much respect for him just because I think he's a little bitch now. He's a little bitch. That's all he is.
I'm not gonna go and say I lost respect less respect than I already had for him. He fucked up. He made a mistake for whatever reason is.
But I'm just saying, as a man, like as you pointed out earlier, he was laughing at the joke. Man, that you kind of lose points.
When people make bitch moves, you're allowed to reevaluate how you feel about them.
Yeah. No, I get it, and I get it. What I will, and now I'm going to come to his defense and play devil's advocate here. Ever since this August shit had came out, he has been the butt of a lot of jokes and looking like a fool for a long time now, and has been sitting there and having to deal with all this shit for so long, pent up, that you know, her giving him that look,
it was a breaking point.
He just, you know, he obviously was not thinking clearly and did something stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he'll be forgiven eventually for it. But because people, you know, society loves
in
to
10 years
give people a second chance.
Well, the Academy had banned him for 10 years.
Oh yeah, with the Academy, I'm not worried about that.
Public perception, you know, will die down. His movies will start coming out again.
Right.
He'll be all right.
Right now is the money.
He'll make Wild West 2.5 and everybody will love him again.
Bad Boys 4.
Bad Boys 4 is supposed to be coming out, I think.
Bad Boys 37,
Bad Boys.
the geriatric years. I mean,
I want him to do Independence Day 3 and when he comes back from the dead. Yeah.
Well, there's still
slapping the aliens.
There's still talk of the I Am Legend prequel, which I've been waiting for God knows how long.
You see him pop up and slap an alien talking about, you better leave my planet's name out your mouth.
But you know what?
Leave my planet's name out your mouth.
I might respect him for actually making a joke about it.
Yeah, because then he owns it.
You know.
Agreed.
It would be cool if he made if he actually did that line in a movie. I would laugh my ass off.
He would gain back some of them points he lost. Yeah,
but I am waiting for Chris Rock to do one of his comedy specials and roast the fucking man. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah. See, I don't think he's going to. I think.
I think he will. I think he will.
The same thing we were just talking about him dealing with all that shit with August and all that red table or red carpet shit, whatever that shit was called. I think Chris kept that in mind. Yeah, I think Chris has that in mind. He's like, man, I've had to deal with shit like that in a relationship. I think because Chris is a pretty like cool dude, like as just a person. And so I think he's going to keep that in mind. I mean, he might make a joke or two, but I don't think he's going to go in on him. He'll just make.
I think he is, man.
I think he is. I think
I think one of the lines he said was, "If you want to hear what I have to say about it, pay me $20 million."
Yeah, well, yeah, he's naturally going to because he's smart. He's going to make money.
He's going to wait till somebody posts up the most money for his special. Yeah. He'll go in the lab, fucking, head to the Comedy Store, and then fucking put out a banger of a special and destroy Will Smith.
That will be fun. When it happens, I'll be really happy. Yeah. Well, yeah. And by the way, Will, I forgive you. Now we're done. Now we're good.
Yeah. Mic drop. Now leave my name out your mouth.
Yep, exactly. Need to tell that motherfucker that was fucking your wife keep his penis out her vagina.
I remember watching a Comedy Central roast not too long ago on what's his name? The kid that's been banging the Kardashian girl. Pete Davidson.
Oh, the Saturday Night Live guy, right? Okay.
They were making fun of his father dying in 9/11.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, like this is what you do. Like you're a comedian, and he sat there, and and even I was like, wow, that's a bit.
I would be
but
so
you know what?
Dude.
But they were doing their job as a comedian. Him as a comedian, he understood it and he sat there. He didn't get up and slap nobody, walk off stage pissed off. He didn't act like a fucking idiot. He understood what you're doing. This is what we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nothing off limits, I guess. God damn.
But that's the thing.
Man.
There isn't nothing off limits for most of these guys. And it shouldn't be. There's a timing thing. Sometimes it's all right. It's a little too soon. Like this joke is a little too soon. The world wasn't ready for this yet. But
I think you're right about that. Go ahead. What you think on that?
Gilbert Gottfried did one of the dirtiest jokes of all time at one of those roasts. It was the one in 2001. It might have been the Trump roast. I don't know. But he did the aristocrats at one of those roasts, and it was fucking filthy, and it was what everybody needed at that time. It brought the fucking house down.
He got in trouble for that, though, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. They could not air it at all. If you guys have never seen the documentary on the joke The Aristocrats, it's hilarious. And if you like dirty ass humor, I completely recommend it. They got Bob Saget to tell his version of The Aristocrats. It's this dirty joke about a family that does unspeakable acts, and it just gets dirtier and dirtier and dirtier until the punchline.
Oh God. Like to each other?
Yeah. And the pets and the horses and everybody.
So wait a minute. It goes from incest to bestiality.
Because he's talking about the British royal family. Like he went in on them.
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh my God. Oh, now I got
and the joke and the punchline to the joke at the end of the joke is the agent watching the act is just fucking flabbergasted, and he's like, well, what do you guys call yourselves? And they say, the Aristocrats.
Yeah. Like, didn't he tell that like right after Princess Diana died or something? That's when he got in trouble for, right?
9/11.
9/11. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so people they took offense to it from not after that. I guess 9/11 everyone was feeling soft.
Underrated Disney flick.
Overrated. Ugh, I hate that movie.
No, it was good.
That little white kitten's voice used to drive me nuts.
Oh,
yo,
yes, yeah. Right.
Your voice drives me nuts.
So
but for real,
over here, make it easy. Mute
it. I don't have control of this StreamYard. You're lucky.
No, I said remove yourself. Nah.
Yeah.
What happened to Sam?
I don't know.
She heard his 50-50 comment.
50-50 shit and came down and shut that shit down.
She pulled the internet plug. What was that about 50-50, motherfucker?
She gave him the Janer Pinkett Smith stink eye.
Yeah. You think it's not 90-10 up in this bitch? Okay.
You better handle that.
Sam's like Wolfie going back and watching this shit later, and he's just gonna start cussing at us in the fucking group message.
You better handle that while I get the other man's penis inside me. It's okay.
Hey,
Wolfie, don't drop the soap.
Did you see him this morning? He's like, you guys are jag-offs. Like he finally went back and watched it.
Oh man.
Oh, Jada Pinkett Smith, I love it.
Let's see. I had some.
Yeah, we went. I'm sorry. We totally might have went off on you tonight.
Oh no, dude, that was the whole. That's all the show was going to be. I was just trying to see if there was anything we could fill some time with to just have fun and get somebody else's perspective on something. Let's see. Anything you guys want to talk about?
I don't know. You want to make fun of other YouTubers?
Sure.
Start a YouTube war.
Sure.
I will tell you this.
Who are we doing?
Let me go get my Jameson. Let's do this shit.
I was telling the guys.
Give me a second.
I'm joking.
Hey,
I'm joking.
I was telling the guys about the Z before you came in. There's like some YouTube channels that are all about G.I. Joe and stuff, right? Classifieds and all that. And a lot of them are at each other's throats right now.
Viper Island fucking sucks. I hate Viper Island.
Yeah, Viper Island's the bane of a lot of people's contention. And then there's like this an Iron King 3 stacks or whatever. Him and all these other. And it's funny as shit watching all these motherfuckers bash each other. And and then like I guess the guy from Viper Island did a video where he says he tried to like take the high road. But he starts criticizing everybody for all the shit they're talking. So it's like, you just jump down in there with them, dumbass.
Yeah. But you know what? It's good views for all the channels in the end.
I guess that's what it is. That's all it is. Just creating.
But here's the thing. If I talk shit about somebody on this show, like we're so small potatoes that it wouldn't matter.
I know. It's good.
Because they're
if I talk shit about somebody on this show, I'll say that shit to their face. Fuck them.
Oh, there you go. That's a way to go. You saying though? Like, fuck,
if I don't like you, you know.
You know, if he doesn't like you, that's when he doesn't talk shit about you. I punch you in the face.
That's basically it. If I don't fucking like you, your name stays out my mouth.
Yeah, it's like I ain't talking shit, motherfucker. Why don't Nick ever smile at me?
There you go, Nick.
He never talks to me. I walk around and say, "Hey, masterpiece, shit piece," and he rolls right by me.
Dude, people don't approach me ever. Like I had one dude, I think it was Sportimus, in the fucking elevator. This is Ricky's Alley Viper wash here.
Blood splatter on that shield.
That's not bad.
That's really dope. I like that.
Like I got.
He almost looks like he's got
dried
like,
up ass blood, like on the tip. Like
he looks like he's got like.
Yeah, dude, you shouldn't fucking use the X-Acto on your fingers just for that, bro. Come on.
Well, I'm. What? Oh, fuck you. Be part of your toys. Like that took me too long, man. That took me longer than it should have. But then I was trying to get some splatter on there, so I had like blood splatter, like you got somebody on the ground and he fucking.
That's kind of cool.
U.S. agent his ass.
Just cut your finger and like fling it around.
That's what he just said.
Go for broke.
Go for broke. It definitely dims the orange down a bit. A lot of people have. That's the problem. A lot of people have with that figure.
Look at this.
Is that orange, but Alley Vipers were kind of a cookie-looking orange color anyway.
Look at this.
I was never a fan of the Alley Viper as a kid. I always thought they were a little too colorful for my taste.
And when I was a kid, I had like 3 or 4 of them. I remember because paint came off, so I had to get a new one, and then the O-ring broke, so I had to get a new one.
I always put those dudes.
The difference in the oranges between.
For whatever reason, I always put they don't go together, but I put them with my Cobra Law shit.
Yeah. Did you?
If it's more,
Cobra Law had the weird colors too. So
look, it all fits. I had my GI Joes hanging out with my He-Man and Transformers, so it don't matter.
I had my He-Man banging She-Ra making GI Joe babies. So I mean, it's
all right.
That makes more sense than most things.
She-Ra gives birth to Duke. No wonder he's a bad motherfucker.
But scale-wise, it made sense in my little kid head. I didn't know these were adults because they were bigger. And these were kids.
So brother and sister made sense to you.
We had this conversation. I didn't know they were brother and sisters. Man, I was like 5, you motherfucker. I didn't know what incest was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, they didn't fuck. They just hugged, right? I mean, it's all good.
Yeah, like they kissed each other on the cheek and they got pregnant. I didn't know how that shit worked.
He might have patted her on the ass once, but
yeah. They did like this, and boom, a baby came out.
Everyone knows He-Man was ambiguously gay. It's okay.
We all know he was banging Orko, anyways. It's all right.
Sure, he was.
He sure wasn't getting it from Tila.
Yeah, no way.
Not until 20 years later in the comics.
What a little bitch, man! That made me mad in the newer show on Netflix, right? And I kind of see where Tila started to realize she got these feelings, and I'm like, bitch, where was you at years ago? You could have fucked the guy out of him. What are you doing, girl?
When you didn't know he was He-Man, you fucking.
I know, right? How come it went into just all pissed off? And really, she's like, God, he's really hot.
He could turn into He-Man tonight.
I
want you to give me the power.
Yeah, man. Tila, I don't know. Tila,
Tila can get it. I got a thing for redheads, man. Tila can get it.
Show me a power sword.
What's Tila doing? My power sword?
What?
No.
All right, here's a question that we should really consider.
Do you see the blood splatter on it now?
Yeah,
Ricky, cool. This is more important.
Orko is butthole. Orko is all butthole. That's all he is. He's a butthole underneath.
Would you count underneath of him? Is all his entire butthole?
He's just a giant butthole under there.
His butthole is a black hole.
He is a butthole.
God, y'all so racist, man.
I've heard it called.
I didn't say.
I was talking about.
We didn't say he was a bad guy. We didn't say he was a bad guy. He's a good guy.
You said black. That's right. You said black. Black's racist. Can't say black.
That's true. You're not allowed to use
I'm sorry.
Well, space is black, and I go.
I
racist.
apologize.
No, space lacks white. Those are two different things. You can't see. That's how
I never
you
thought
keep
it that way.
Damn,
That's
that's
good.
even more racist.
I feel like it is, but I feel like that would be the way you'd get away with not getting in trouble for it.
Yeah, but then all the white people are going, "That's racist," and you're like, "Shut up! You're white, rich,
Nobody cares what
Go
white
away.
people think.
You trying to say
even-
that
the
it
only
doesn't
white
count
people that-
if I don't have white in me?
The only white people that get listened to are the Karens and snowflakes. Everybody else
Fucking awesome, dude.
Oh,
Oh my god! No, I was So I can't wait.
But I bet this show don't get
you guys are
fucking
meeting
banned
with
from YouTube.
How you like that?
No,
Fuck no, it won't.
Put on there.
Fucking
Look,
YouTube
people-
assholes.
None of people pay
People
attention.
love
It's okay.
me.
Can you see the blood splatter?
Yeah,
I
man,
see
it looks
That's
good.
cool. I like that. That's not bad, man.
Here you go, Ricky.
He's gonna be beating the fuck out of
like I just set it down. I didn't know you were talking about it. I turned around, looking at me up. I was like, okay. You want to do it again now? Now that I know what the fuck you're
Yes, sir.
doing?
They were
So I put some.
yeah, there you go.
There you go. The blood
Yeah.
splatter.
That's nice.
There you go.
There you
Not
go.
bad.
Mm.
Yeah, looks like you've been fucking
Stab
people
the
up real
fuck
good.
out of
That's great.
somebody, man. And I'm OCD, so the backside got it too. The blood dried up on the back of that motherfucker too.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Well, if he's bashing people with the shield, I mean, it makes sense. You know, to get-
That's what I'd
yeah.
fucking do with this pointed ass thing like this.
Oh, that thing. Well, hey, in medieval times, man, they do shields were used as weapons as well.
Yep.
How do you know? Were
USA
you there? Were you there?
It
No,
seems
not
like
personally.
something
I mean,
white people would do.
I'm a little too young for that, but you know, historically, they they know.
You read this somewhere?
Yes, it was on the documentary or something. I saw.
What's the name of the documentary? I want to know.
I don't know. We're gonna find it.
Medieval Times, the movie.
The medieval times, the restaurant. They told me.
Yeah,
Hey, there you go. The day I went through my peanut shells down the
The
floor.
green and yellow knight told me right after I had my fucking chicken wing.
That's kind of food they feed you there, dude, isn't it?
I've actually never been to
It
medieval
was a
times.
turkey
I
leg.
haven't either.
That
Oh,
one
I've
time, I was trying to get people to go. That one time in DC, I think it was. Nobody wanted to go.
Nobody wants to do
Where's
that
the
shit when we're at TFCon and shit.
Fuck yeah,
No. Try to get everybody to go to Norma Jeans.
Norman
Jeans.
Did everybody go bowling in Chicago?
They
A
did
few
the
people
first
did,
night.
yeah.
The people who went
Yeah,
like
I
showed up
would.
Wednesday night, I believe.
Yeah, yeah, that was that's the year of the TF of the
Ralphie
that was
asked
David
what
Bangos,
a
yeah.
show got banned. Whose show? If y'all want
The
to
Realm
address
Hatton, the Realm Hatton project has gotten 3 of our episodes pulled.
Two.
And one of them's 2 of them.
Two
and one of them's
episodes.
gone forever. We couldn't get it back. Dust fought and got one back, but they haven't released the other one.
What
So
did you
somebody's
do?
somebody's reporting them.
tell you what you
and
did?
Shit.
No, they just say we violated standards. Dust asked them.
Community
and they just did the same thing.
They won't tell you exactly what you did to violate community standards.
So what,
We
did
were-
somebody
we
like
were-
report you or something? For
Yeah.
Something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who the fuck did that?
Some
Jack
bitch ass
off.
that wouldn't say shit to our faces.
Yeah. And then they've been getting fucking bots.
Crazy bots.
You know what's funny, and I hate to bring this up on this
Weird.
show. I had my little outburst. We didn't get any bots this week.
Nope. I
Mm.
noticed that too.
But
No,
anyway,
no
let's not go there tonight.
Let's stay on
Yeah.
He-Man's
Hey.
penis inside of She-Ra.
Let's stay on He-Man. and his
It was
fuzzy
inside of
persons.
Orko, man. Don't get uncomfortable now.
Don't get uncomfortable now. Just own that shit.
Hey,
Oh man.
I would. Anna, I had to talk Anna out of. She wanted to go. She wanted to do the Horsemen have the new wave is up on pre-order right now, and they have the all in right. And it's not bad. It's $385 for everything. And Anna's like, let's just do all the all in. She goes, you can
Release
keep
date
it
2026.
Yeah, probably. Apparently,
Yeah, Ralphie,
there's
exactly what we said.
the Horsemen is supposed to be saying things are starting to start speeding up again because the factories are back up and running. Whatever, we'll see. I feel like At this point, it's always like a 2-year wait at least.
Yeah.
At this point, you're collecting Mythic pre-orders. That's about it.
Well, I mean, they've got all the tooling a lot for a lot of.
How's it feel to be a fans toys collector?
Yeah, there's not much new coming out as far as tooling goes. So it's all old tooling. There's years now they're starting to reuse parts. So it's not like there's a ton of new stuff. I mean, so it should take less time, but of course now we got to wait for the ships to cross the fucking ocean and wait until they get loaded and unloaded. But I don't know. We'll see. But
well, you guys talking about same tooling and shit like that. Classic Ghost Rider dropped today from Marvel Legends. I like it, man.
It's a nice figure.
I liked it when I got it with the motorcycle. I have it right over there.
Well, some people didn't. This is how I look at it. Some people didn't get it with the motorcycle. So it wasn't the easiest thing to find at that point. Yeah. And the older one, because I think that's the same mold. I think this mold that they did today was actually the same mold of the Rhino Build-A-Figure one. No, I think it's a Rhino Build-A-Figure mold.
I think it's just with a different paint job.
And that Rhino Build-A-Figure, stupid expensive. So if you didn't get any of those 2 Ghost Riders, you have the chance to get another fucking Ghost Rider.
Yeah, why not?
And I like the I like the hand. I like the hands, and I like the mid transformation head.
Yeah,
that's not bad. That's pretty cool.
They gave you something a little different. I mean, I don't get to complain. Hasbro does repaints. They do a lot of repaints. Well, Marvel Legends does a lot of repaints.
Still stuff that you want that they haven't made yet. That's
but this has been the MO with them since they started. So like it is what it is. You know what you're getting into at this point. It's like a comedian. I can't get mad because I know what I'm getting into. I collect Marvel Legends. This is gonna happen. Guess what? I don't have to buy this one. I don't need it, so I can. I don't need this one, so I don't have to buy it. Good for those who do need a Ghost Rider.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I like that.
Fuck those people that need a Ghost Rider. Hasbro needs to make something everybody else needs.
I will. Yeah, but I like that they'll go back every now and then and do a figure again.
With the HasLab coming up.
Hey, sure, why not? I only have 32 Captain Americas and 27 Wolverines, so I'm hoping that's their next releases is some reissues of those.
Well, I mean, hey, but then there might be somebody that doesn't have that that particular Captain America.
Fuck them too, right? Fuck them too.
I like talking about a Ghost Rider HasLab. I think there's a lot of things that they could do to make that fucking successful.
Dude, could you imagine if like one of the what do they call that shit? The
add-ons.
Yeah,
one of the tiers.
Yeah, the tiers. Like one of the tiers was the fucking the horse, like the old cowboy one. Oh shit, dude. Oh shit, dude.
Like I could see them doing that for like $400. I could see you getting a fucking
Blackheart.
Blackheart's been teased by the Marvel Legends crew. Marvel Legends needs a Mephisto so bad.
I mean,
that would be awesome. I think they've never done a Mephisto in the Marvel Legends. I'm
not yet. They did the old Toy Biz one.
Nobody wants your Mephisto, Nick. We want a reissue and a repaint of the 50 other fucking things I already have.
Dude, were you never? For one, you don't have to buy it, and two, as someone I know when I first jumped in, I appreciated reissues because hey, I didn't get to get it this time. I ain't got to pay that aftermarket price.
That's true. And that's what usually happens too.
It keeps the new collectors collecting. And
it also pushes out the old collectors who are tired of waiting for figures they don't have.
It shouldn't push anybody out because they still put out every fucking wave has a new figure that's never been done before.
I don't think it's
all these Build-A-Figure waves come with new figures, new characters. So the Marvel universe is massive.
Yeah. Dude, they gave us a Sleepwalker.
You still don't have an Exodus yet for X-Men. You don't have any of the acolytes from X-Men yet. There's just X-Men alone. There's hundreds of characters they still haven't touched.
You're making my argument, but we're gonna have another Wolverine.
No, you are gonna get him because Wolverine sells. Wolverine's a moneymaker. Iron Man's a moneymaker. Captain American's a moneymaker.
Hey, have y'all noticed that since Tony Stark died, the Iron Man reissues have slowed down? That's kind of fucked up at Hasbro. You think about,
no, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Fucked up, man.
Well, I mean,
in the end, this is a business. These people gotta make money. That's the angle. They're going, hey, let me give these guys toys for free. No, man, we need to make some money.
And free. I said, give me toys that I want. They get my money for them. It's not like I'm saying give them to me for free.
And Hasbro's releasing some shit early, man. Like supposedly, Black Chrysanthemum wasn't supposed to be until like this fall or like December or some
Turn
shit.
It off.
That's been happening now.
And yo, I paid. It's on the way already. Fucking same thing with Firelord. Firelord Hasbro Pulse says first quarter 2023.
Yeah.
But I think
just got the notice.
They sandbagged a bunch of the times because of the COVID lockup and all that, the exports and stuff. And now that that's starting to weed itself out, these dates are going to come sooner. Now they're going to bump them back up.
So basically,
push them back to 2023, so they didn't have to hear your email about why I didn't get my shit third quarter like it said I was supposed to get.
I have two Max and the same amount on pre-order, right?
Same.
And they're not due until like I think June or July of next year, something like that.
My friend already has them.
There's a good chance.
People are already getting them. People are already getting them.
People are already getting them, exactly. So
we'll probably get it sooner. I
think so. People are already having their hands on it. So, not just them. There's a couple other classifieds too that are due to come out late, like next year. I think they're going to come early.
John got the Twins and Stalker already, and I think it's out of Canada. I think Canada
has them. CMD store, I believe, had the 3 for $99.
Yeah,
for all three, something like that.
If Canada's getting them, there ain't no reason why we shouldn't be.
Yeah,
we're down here. We're your southern neighbors, baby.
But I'm cheap. I won't pay the extra money just to get it right away.
Because then you got to pay the shipping to get it across the Canadian.
Yeah, I'm too cheap. It's not that serious. It'll get here when it gets here.
Well, yeah, I'm not in a hurry. It's fine. I'm
still waiting.
What was saying it?
Oh no, I was kind of going to change the subject, but keep going because I was being rude and interrupting you.
I'm actually getting a little.
What happened? What?
Saying it's bad if I get early.
Interrupt Russ? Okay, yeah, not a problem.
No, fuck you, dick.
Hey, he kept stopping too to let you go, Eric. He's like,
I know, right? I know. See how polite I am to a Dick Giants fan, I swear. Anyway.
Hey, you a dumbass Philly Eagles fan that fell for it. What you talking about?
I know. I was kind of bad in it. Which was worse. What I was gonna say is you're scheduled, you have your pre-order set, right? And you are planning on the pre-order to come in on or around the same time that they say it's gonna come in. But it shows up early on you. Sometimes I can throw people off money wise. I mean, luckily it's not enough that it's going to kill me or anything if it shows up early. Great, I won't go, oh my god, I'm broke.
I Mezco is famous for that shit. They'll be like, oh, you ain't got nothing coming until next year, and then all of a sudden 7 figures will drop in a month. Each one $100 fucking.
That's different. See, that's different. $80 to $100 a pop. Look, I'm sorry, and I hate to be that guy.
Yeah.
If a pre-order $20-$25 Marvel Legends comes early. And it fucks your bills up, you're probably not in a position to be collecting at this point.
Well, it ain't the one showing up early; it's the 10 showing up early.
Well, that's Mezco. That's Mezco.
I'm saying even on a $25 fee, that's $250 that they want right now. That's still a lot of money.
Yeah, I can throw you for a loop again. I'm fortunate. I'm in a position where it won't kill me if any a number of them come in early, but at the same time, and I actually believe me, I invite them to come in early. Come on.
I'd rather.
But I know some people that it have been where shit has been hitting early. They're all like, bitch.
I was happy to see the fucking Firelord with Galactus supposed to ship soon.
It's about that time that the Sentinel. I think I got my Sentinel early September, so it's about that time. You get those Galactuses should be coming soon.
Oh my god!
Hopefully they come out right.
Third quarter into the year is when they seem to have been releasing.
Oh wow!
Hopefully they come out good. Knees. Hopefully it's a good figure.
Well, they did show the ratcheted knees on stream.
Yeah,
I hope
they said they learned from from what they did the first time around. They heard people's complaints, and look, mine is cool standing.
They sent out a fix. Like it is awesome that they listened, but seeing that people spent those $100 on the Sentinel, I didn't buy a Sentinel, but I know some of y'all have it. It'd be nice if they sent out a fix.
But you know what? It's not
done. it can be done and not at a loss to the company because Super 7 did it with Thundercats. So I mean,
it's not but it's not. Look, it's a disappointment, but it's not a issue, so to speak. Like my Sentinel has not moved, and he's been standing on the shelf
after I tightened it.
Okay,
you know,
well, the first time he falls, I don't want to hear nothing from you about how he gave away.
And, you know, but like, you know, it's not like that MP44 that had that real knee problem.
Well, where it was blowing out, yeah, that's different.
Yeah, this is. It could have. It's not bad for what I mean. I don't. It's a great figure. You know, ratcheted knees would have been a better option, but it's very, very stable. It is still very stable. So. He's saying that he's been holding a figure in his hand for a year now. Arm out, Marvel Legend holding one in his hand. Hasn't moved.
Well, the ratchets that we're missing were in the knees, not the arms.
No, but what I'm saying is him holding his arm out, holding a figure, isn't causing the knees to bend either. Like it's stable. Yeah. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's holding exactly. I don't have to keep it in the A stand. You know, arms at its side just to fucking keep it posed. You know how sometimes you buy these figures, you stick their arm out, they fall over. You know, not only am I sticking his arm out, he's also holding another Marvel Legends, and he's not falling over.
I heard a lot of people having problems with the knees, where the knees were loose enough that they were bending, and I mean that's that could be just QC problems.
You tighten
or you
screw
could
that
tighten
you have
up,
to
right?
tighten, but the problem is. The threading is plastic on the other side, so if you over tighten, you start.
Oh shit! Hey,
well, yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah, no, definitely got to be careful. Like you can't over tighten it, but yeah, you just a little quarter turn, half turn, you should be good. If your knee was loose.
Yeah. What? Chuck popped in.
Yeah, man.
Oh, blinds. I thought this is a thirsty. This is 30.
Oh, he popped onto the show and then left?
No, in the chat.
Oh, in the chat.
I don't think he does.
Would be a better name for his ass.
It's like 30 tricks.
Oh, I get. Okay. I'm sorry. All right, I got you. That's cool. Okay.
He's been turning tricks since his 30s.
Yeah, man.
Which was like 30 years ago.
Getting tore up.
Yeah, man. He's like a fucking vampire.
Yeah, like
crusty one.
Going small again to Ghost Rider, I think might be a fucking good decision by Hasbro.
What did you say about the Ghost Rider?
I said going small to a smaller product with Ghost Rider as opposed to the Sentinel and Galactic.
Like doing the car, you mean? Like
yeah.
Well, Eric said that earlier, and I agree with him. Is it does kind of bring Ghost Rider back into the forefront and get everybody kind of thinking about it. But I still fuck that. I want Robbie Reyes. Nobody wanted that shit.
You know, and you're gonna get Robbie Reyes with his HasLab. If the car is done right,
people are gonna buy the car.
Exactly, and you can even remove if you could, you could put the fire effects and come off. You're going to have a lot of people who collect 6-inch figures. This can appeal to the people outside of the Marvel Legends market. I think it's a very smart move. I hope it does well.
Yeah, I'm just curious to how expensive they're going to make it. That's all. I
say about 300.
I'd say
give it around the same price. I mean, I don't think it's going to be more than the Sentinel to Galactus was. I don't think it'll be more.
If they set that basement price at like 375, like the Sentinel, and have this be at 375, I think that's a good basement.
But the problem is they can go ahead.
And then like with the tiers, I think you can really add value to it because I think the car really is going to have to be a shell. And then if you go and you add for one tier, you add Phantom Rider and Horse. Okay, I'm good paying that.
I don't know if you're gonna get a horse. I don't know if you're gonna get a horse.
But like Eric was saying that he doesn't think the price should be higher than Galactus and all that. I'm gonna make the argument that it doesn't need to be, but they will because of what you just said earlier. People who don't even give a fuck about a Ghost Rider or even collect Marvel Legends are gonna come buy this fucking car. So they'll put the price up there because they're gonna get everybody's fucking money.
I don't think so. Because look at his tank, right? His tank was a vehicle, $300, electronics and everything. more.
But ain't nobody getting a his tank to put in with anything else.
No, but I don't think they're gonna raise it just because we think we're gonna get more people. I don't think they're gonna think that way.
Do you think that they think they're going to make more money by raising the price or by doing more volume at a lower price?
There's no limit. That's what I'm saying. It's not limited. It's not limited by a volume number. It's limited by a time frame. So if a billion fucking people order it in that 45 days, they got to make a billion fucking pieces of the car.
Man,
come back, come back! Don't leave.
Well, I think he had to go help his wife.
No, I think I get what you're saying. The difference between the his tank and this would be the his tank is a primary GI Joe thing. You're going to use it with GI Joe. Yeah. This car could be a car you could use with GI Joe. Anything. And
that's what I'm saying. They're gonna ask for more because of greed. They're gonna know that other people want it for something besides
that's
that.
Hasbro's MO for
sure. With thinking about that, do you think?
Why is it always giving me other people's?
What the Dust picture with Chris's name? That's crazy.
What's up, Dust?
It's because stream. It's because all these avatars are loaded up on my StreamYard when I join it still puts me in through the Rock one for some reason.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah, if you got Dust on this show, I would consider it a fucking miracle. That'd be awesome, dude.
No.
I mean, I think the Marvel Legends team has done very good by us so far with the HasLabs. I don't think they're going to fuck people by raising the price because we think we can get more people. Because if you charge more for this, because they're not stupid either. The his tank, a 112 scale vehicle that has not only more moving parts on it and electronics was 300. Well, yeah, because Rick, the his tank has the cannons that you attack and all this other shit. In the end, Robbie's car should just be—it's going to be a car that you can add flame effects to, and it'll probably have some lights.
And they'll have working doors on that motherfucker. This is a HasLab, not a Walmart special.
Yeah, no, but it's still. I think it's less complicated to build this car than it was per se a his tank with moving treads and all the other extra stuff.
Maybe.
Do you think they'll live?
Yeah. They said the treads will be moving on the his tank.
I thought it was going to have the wheels like the old school.
No, it has working treads. The prototypes they showed us didn't. But they said when it comes out, the treads will be it will have working treads. So
I agree with you. I would like for that to be the case, but it is Hasbro, and Hasbro, and I love how you said they're not stupid. You're giving them so much credit. That's really nice of you to do that. I mean,
he said the Hasbro Marvel Legends team. He specified. They're not all.
In the end, Hasbro isn't stupid. Look at how successful they are.
Is better. That's true.
Yeah. Look how successful they're doing. They're making money.
I don't think it's worth more. I think, like I said, it's a greed thing that because they know they're going to pull on all those people that have nothing to do with Ghost Rider to get this car, they can. I'm not saying they're going to. They can ask for more money. And they'll make us, the Marvel Legends collectors, okay with it by what they add on to the tiers.
Yeah. I don't think they'll do it, though. I don't
like
think
we'll see. I think it's gonna be lower priced, man. I think it's gonna be in between Sentinel and Galactus, and I think that
if they lower the price, we're gonna get crappy tiers.
Well, the thing I'm thinking is that they might lift the quantity limit. Because
there's no quantity cutoff. There's no quantity cutoff.
There has been on the HasLabs.
There's a quantity start point, is what he's saying. Like, to first tier, you have to back it at 6,000. It has to reach 8,000. I think that's what he's saying. They're going to upgrade. They're going to up that quantity to start.
Oh, no. I'm talking about how many you can order.
Oh, you're talking about how many you can order.
Yeah, because when you order a HasLab, unless you got multiple accounts or something,
you're talking about 5 at a time, 1 or 2, and
right.
I thought you were saying like we're only making 20,000 and not one more. I thought you were saying like that kind of money.
No,
I'm wondering. The starting goal was going to be higher. Okay,
I'm wondering if they would do that, like lower the goddamn limit of how many you can buy.
I don't think so. I don't see how that makes.
I could
that
see
would hurt. 5. Leave it at 5.
Why would they do that here? Who's gonna army build a fucking Robbie Reyes car?
Yeah, I mean they
if you could take those flame effects off, you think Gary's not going to buy 2 or 3?
I don't think Gary's going to spend $1,200 on a fucking car when he can get one really nice.
You don't think Gary will spend $1,200 on an American muscle car? Yeah, he will.
I mean,
to put his no, but his Jurassic Park guys will.
True.
I mean, I would love to see the features up in that motherfucker. While we're going to suit armor driving around in the back.
That's what I'm saying, dude. All these Fast and Furious fans, fucking people just looking for
Fast and Furious and supernatural things. They're gonna be all over this shit.
No. You can make a next generation General Lee out of it.
Sir, we live too far south of the Mason-Dixon to even talk about that car.
That's
We're not allowed to talk about that car anymore. That is the car. He who shall not be named anymore.
Yeah. Just mentioning that car's name is racist. What are you doing?
Well, them old Duke boys on MPSP really jumped the fucking creek.
And boom goes
dynamite. Screwed the fucking pooch they did.
Yeah, boy. That old... We'll come back from a little break and see how that Nick guy gets out of this mess.
And on that note, please be advised that the views on MPSP do not reflect the views of the Rumhattan Project. Peace, love, and equality for all.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Wow.
Hey, that's close to gimmick infringement.
He's like the anti. That's wild, dude. Shit.
Well, it is 11 o'clock, man. So why don't we go ahead and get out of here? E, do you want to run a hangout?
Yeah, I'll put out a hangout link.
All right,
that's cool. All right, we'll jump on a hangout then.
So thank you, gentlemen, for coming on and bullshitting with us this week. I really enjoyed the time.
Yeah, me too. It was awesome, dude.
Yeah, really thanks for letting us come on here.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Love y'all. Peace, love, and hair grease. We out.
Peace and equality for all.
Bye.
Love, peace, and soul.